Boom, boom. This is Kendra. Everybody, welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a little bit of Azur Lane on tap today. Got a few things to cover, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, Crosswave. Crosswave ends tomorrow, so get in there, knock those things out as fast as you can. This is a really good way to get some really good stuff. The Torp Stick is the reward. As you can see, this is a server-based event, so this is, you want to do contribution points. You get contribution points doing easy, normal, and hard. These are fixed contribution points, so this is a really good place to level up your ships that are not at 120 yet. You can't get more than the fixed rate from these three, so it doesn't matter if you knock it out in 5 seconds or knock it out in a minute. As long as you complete it, you'll get the same amount of contribution points for whatever these are set at. EXE is a little bit different. EXE is based on your damage. Okay, like this is my, I'm currently using Jersey, FDG, and Shinano in my back. I've got like 2000 power with that. In the front line, I've got St. Louis, Baltimore, and Heinrich. And then I'm throwing in some subs here. And I get about 200 contribution points with running this. So that varies. It varies on how much damage. It's just purely damage-based, EXE is. So you want to have your most powerful team in there to get as many contribution points as you can. You get a limited number of tickets. You get the tickets by completing missions. Once you run the hard mode, run it, or hard, normal, easy, whichever one you're capable of doing. Run it a few times. You'll get some. You'll complete a mission. I think if you do it 5 times, you get some more. 10 times, you get some more, and then I think you can get like 8, 5, 2, and 7. I think something like that. Somewhere between 5 and 8 tickets. And then you can use those challenge tickets to run EXE. You can't run EXE until you get the challenge tickets. Okay, you try to run it, it'll just say, well, I got Jersey in a commission at the moment. What it would say, I did not have a ticket, could not run it. So that's what it is. But you want to get the Torp Stick, okay? And the Torp Stick is something that you should be heavily invested in. Torp Sticks are very, very powerful. So if you go into your depot and go into your gear, this is what you get. Okay, you want to make sure that all of your torpedo boats and all your subs have a Torp Stick on them too, if you can get it. These can be purchased in the core shop, and you get core from running the hard mode. Okay, so right here's the Type 93. I purchased this pretty much all the time. You know, as you can see, you can only get one. You also want to focus on the AP shells and the super heavy shells. You want to make sure your battleships have these because they do a ton of damage. I've got 2 10 ranked, each of those on FTG, and I've got them on Jersey. So all of my battleships have the AP and the super heavy shells on them based on what, you know, some focus more on AP, but you should have these. And you get them in here at core, and like I say, do the 3 hard modes each day, and you get core. Okay, and then the core could be spent on these. And this is where you can get some of your best items. The Fumo just came out recently. I think they came out last month. So that's something that you might want to look at as well too. Okay. They got some really good ships in here. Do some high damage. That's the reason they're only in here. And of course, you always want to look at a gun. Anytime you can get a gold gun, it's nice. The ships in here, they're okay. I have several of them, but they're collector's item ships. There's none of them that are used really much in terms of in the battle. But if you're a collector, you might want to look in here as well. So where are we at in terms of that? Now, one thing that I did miss in my last video, and I want to thank my subscribers for pointing this out, is that you can set the way you get those 150 PR2 blueprints for DR ships and the 300 blueprints for the PR ships is set up inside of the actual lab in the Research Academy. So you go here at the bottom, okay, and then you do PR2 focus, and then you do this right here, and then you select what you want. Like I say, you can get 150 for your DR ships and 300 for your PR ships. And that's the blueprints that you get. Okay, so that's pretty nice. And then, so you want to set up what you're doing. I'm working on finishing, so I'm going to confirm my selection is FTG here. Once you've done that, you will then see her sort of in the background here. Okay. So, and that's the way you do it. Now, each time I run a research, I will get an FTG blueprint, guaranteed. Okay. So that's so do that, set that up. There's no time limit on that. I think you can do that as off, take as long as you want to do that. But I would set it up to get those blueprints. Now, another thing that you want to remember is that the PR1 ships are now set for gold. So you want to make sure that you go in and complete all your PR1 ships. Simply because of the fact that you don't have to focus on PR1 for blueprints anymore. You can focus up on PR2. And so if you're looking to complete FTG, or want to focus on PR4, okay, you can start doing that as well too. But as always, it's going to take a while to build those up. But you definitely want to get in there and knock that out. They've made the game a little bit more early game or new user friendly. And I think that's what they were setting out to do. And the giving all the blueprints was that. Also remember to focus on the rookie missions and make sure your PR1 should have already been done. That they had that out a while ago. If you're a new player, you'll get that, but you can see I've already got all of those. But PR2 just came out. So this is a chance to get a lot of the actual, as well as 30 blueprints right there. But I just need to complete 3 more missions and I'll be able to get that. But these data packs that you get inside of here, you can analyze those. And I want to thanks to a subscriber for pointing that out as well, that they can be analyzed and shot out. So you go in the depot, come down here, come down here, come down here. Now they can, wrong one. They can also be used for experience to level up a ship. But you can also use it for blueprints catching up here. So where's my data packs at? Right up here. So right click on the data packs, analyze, and you can choose these, analyze, and it'll give you the prototype core. Okay, and then once you've got the prototype core, you then go into the shop again, go into missions, go into the prototype shop, and you'll have these right here, and you can use these to purchase the blueprints, and you can also get prototype blueprints for the good gun. So you can use it here in the prototype shop. Okay, so it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good way. So that's going to be another way to get quite a few blueprints. So I'm sort of taking things slow. So I want to make sure that I don't purchase, purchase too many blueprints for them. Don't want to run over because they're throwing a lot of blueprints at us at a time. FTG is already pretty much the most powerful ship, and she's not even completed yet. She's almost complete, but she's still dishing out more damage than all the other ships. So there's really no need to actually rush into it and get it. I also want to make sure that I have enough leftovers so that I can put some of them into Azuma, so who's going to be on the front line as well. My current backline, the current backline for PvP, if I put Jersey in there as the flagship, and then put Shinano and FTG on the sides, I'm getting about 15,200 and some in power. So that's going to be the backline. The front line is going to be Azuma. I'm also probably going to put St. Louis there. St. Louis has an excellent she has an excellent fate simulation skill that makes her extremely useful. She's already set. She's already set with firepower and HP, so she does a pretty good chunk of damage. But the other thing is her survivability. This fate simulation increases the speed by 3, so it's 8 when it's fully upgraded. And at the start of the battle, increases this ship's evasion, and it'll be fully upgraded because I've already fully upgraded this gun to 35%. Okay, 35% increase in evasion. I already noticed at the beginning that she was extremely tanky, simply because of the fact that while the other ships were taking damage, where they would be down to like half, she was still at like 3/4. So she was already a tanky ship. This is just going to make her more tanky, increasing his speed and evasion. I mean, she's not going to get hit very often. So it's going to make her a much more survivable ship. So I'll probably end up sticking her, because that's what I'm looking for in PvP. You're looking for survivability. Okay, you stick, I'm going to stick Azuma. St. Louis. I'll probably use Baltimore until I can get one of the other priority ships up, and then I might stick them in there as well. But I'll probably use Baltimore simply because of her situational skill set. But put an extinguisher on them to handle the burning, and they're going to survive for a long time. Especially Azuma. I think when you full up, she's got 6,000 some hit points. I mean, that's ridiculous. So definitely going to be an extremely powerful PvP team once I'm finished. That's what I've been working on. I got sidetracked as I normally do. There's just so much going on in the game. It's difficult. You got Operation Siren going on, which I'm still working through. So things take a little time to build up. I still haven't got around the 12 and 13 yet, even though I could probably get through it fairly easy with a team that I could make up right now. But I was waiting to try to do it with the new team that I've been working on the 120 ships with, which is Jersey, and then Georgia, and then Prince on the side, and then in the front line, probably just use St. Louis in there and a few other ships and go ahead and knock it out. Put Sandy in there, of course, to control the air, which is the problem in 12 and 13 is the anti-air. As long as you got a good ship, as long as you got a good anti-air at 12 and 13, you should be able to do pretty good. But I still have to knock that out as well. I want to get that done too because that opens up an extra secretary slot for me. And I keep rolling the ships in and out of there. So yeah, so that's where we're at this point. But yeah, so remember, focus on the rookie to get those to get the combat data packs. Make sure that you knock out as much as Crosswave as you can, as it's going to close out tomorrow evening, and then we're going to go into the next event, which, as you probably might have heard, is the Idolmaster event. So as the Idolmaster event, we're going to see some more idle versions of ships, as well as some costumes and whatnot. They usually have extremely good outfits during that event, and we'll probably have a bunch of Sandy memes floating around. As Sandy is, as we know, our #1 idol. So a good event, really, really interesting event. They always do a pretty good job with that. So we'll just see what comes up. As get a little bit more information, I might do another video. We'll definitely do a video on the 22nd, and we'll go over the new event that's up and some of the things that you might want to look out for. But yeah, so with the changes in the PR, you should definitely be setting that as something to focus on, even if you're a new player. I know I've done, back one of the videos, just 5-6 months ago, letting everybody know that, don't build a fleet around priority ships because it takes a while to get them done. That's no longer something that you need to worry about, especially if you're doing PR1 ships, because you can get your Monarchs, your Runes, I think Ibuki's in there, as well as St. Louis. You can get those ships with gold now, so you don't need to focus on the blueprints. You can focus your blueprints ahead and start focusing on PR2. I would definitely be focusing on PR2 ships right now. Again, FDG, FDG is a DR ship, so she's still going to be, even with this boost, it's just going to make you get there quicker, but still it's going to take a really long time to get her done. So it might behoove you to focus on, maybe focus on Georgia. As I said, excellent ship, does a ton of damage, excellent nuker, would be a benefit to your team. So you might want to use this 300 for that. Also, Seattle, not bad either. One of the best, if the not best, light cruiser in the game. I think she's the only light cruiser out there that's in the PR. So you might want to be focusing on her as well. So there are other things to focus on. Don't focus solely on FDG and expect to be using her in a month or two. Not going to happen. But you can start getting her up. I noticed at 4 stars, or not 4 stars, 5 stars, that she was functional. She's already doing the most damage. Okay, so you don't necessarily need to get them fully started. I find that most of the PR ships become usable at 1 star below what they need. So like she's already doing okay, and as you can see, I still got a star on her. So usually, like the PR ships, you'll notice they start even before you get fully where you need to be. You'll notice that they're becoming usable and they're doing more damage, which is why they're PR ships. So just remember that you don't need to get it fully to developmental stage 30 before you can actually start utilizing them. But still, it might be better to go for the Georgias, okay, and something like that. In terms, here's Seattle. I've got Seattle too. All these Seattles Azumo. They're all these three are PR ships that you can get in PR. And I've created them all. Now it's just a matter of actually leveling them up. After FDG, I'm going to focus on Azuma, as I said, because Azuma is going to be frontline for my actual PvP team. So that's where we're at that point. But yeah, so give it a look, make a decision as to which way you're going to go. Ironblood's always a good fleet. They have a really good set of ships now that Bismarck is out as your flagship. Put Bismarck in as a flagship. Throw FDG on one side of her, and throw a Graf Zeppelin or Tirpitz if you're looking for shell damage. And you can really burn down another team real fast, especially in Operation Siren. Just be advised that some of the boss ships in Siren have damage immunity or damage reduction against shelling, which need to bring your aviations. If that's the case, you want to bring Graf Zeppelin, okay? Because she does aviation damage. What I do is I have two separate fleets. I have 4 fleets now, but you want to make sure that you have a shelling fleet and an aviation fleet, or 2 shelling fleets, 2 aviation fleets. As you progress through the game, you'll get more fleets. But you want to make sure that you have those so that you can go against those bosses that have that special damage reduction or immunity to certain types of damage. That's the one thing that makes Operation Siren so fun, a little bit more tactically challenging, is the fact that they've got some pretty good buffs for you and pretty good debuffs against you. So you have to take that into account with your fleets, and make sure burning is extremely useful. So you might want to start looking at fleets that could do burning. Some of the best ones for that are, where's she at? Richelieu. So yeah, there are things that you can go. Okay, she does good burning damage, so it makes her useful too. I'm in the process of getting her leveled up. You got to make, I'm trying to make up 4 fleets, so it's taken me a little bit time to get 4 super active Operation Siren ready fleets, because you have to do some mixing and matching. It's not, you want to get synergy, but at the same time you want to make sure that you have certain things that will make some of the bosses fights go a little bit faster. So that's where we're at. But yeah, it's fun. I'm having fun playing it right now. So yeah, it's in tomorrow. Crosswave does, so get in there and knock that out. Good rewards, excellent rewards for the contribution points. Okay, get a lot of blueprints in here. Pretty much everything. My goal is to try to get the core data. That's what I'd like to get to. That's 30,000. It's probably not attainable. I don't think there's quite enough contribution points. It takes a pretty good jump there, and you have it's going to take another 5,800 to get there. I don't think they have enough core points for that I can achieve in 2 days, even if I completed all the easy and did it tomorrow. But it will be close, because I'll still have tomorrow to get some EX. I'll be able to get some 200 from there, so that should help alleviate things a little bit. We'll see. We'll see what I can do. But I'm definitely going to do a video on the 22nd. We'll go over the new stuff that's out for the Idolmaster event, and we'll see what goodies they're going to offer for us, and what new ship girls will come out. All right. So again, thanks a lot for watching. All right. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Once you've subscribed, you'll see a bell. If you click on that bell, you'll be notified each time I do drop a video. Also, remember to like and share the video, as that does help the channel immensely. So this is Kenrir coming at you from the corner, signing out.